So, boys, should we contact local MILFs in our area?
This is the burning question.
Yeah.
Yes, this is what you've clicked to watch.
All right, so today we're actually going to be ranking food chains that we've been to, restaurants, fast food.
We're hopping on the bandwagon.
The wagon's left, but we're on.
We're trailing behind a little bit, but that's fine. Yeah. All right, it's all good.
All right, so for our options here, let's see. What do we have? We have.
All right, first up.
We have.
All right, so we should explain the tiers first, I guess.
Yeah.
So, God tier, easy enough. It is awesome. You know, like the best of the best. Almost nothing wrong with it. Yeah. Good is just, it's a solid place, you know? Like, it doesn't have that same kick as God tier does, but it's good. We like it there, right? Neutral is neutral. Like, it's not good, it's not bad. We're indifferent to it.
Yeah.
Bad, it's bad food. We don't like going there. We only go there unless we absolutely have to. There's no other place at all. Don't really like it. Trash.
Dumpster.
Horrible. It's horrible.
Awful.
We will never go. I'd rather eat my shoe than go to this restaurant, right? So, yeah, that's the tiers.
So first up, we got Pizza Hut, which is, we're going to put it in good. So the reasoning for this is that it's decent pizza. You know, they got really good garlic fingers, really good stuffed crust options. But other than that, it's nothing like super incredible.
And I think Pizza Hut was the place. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they had like the hot dog stuffed crust pizza, and that was really good. I personally, I wasn't killed on it, but I could definitely see it being put in good. You know, like that's a fair placement, I would definitely say.
And they have pizza buffet, which is like
very good. Yeah.
So yeah, it gets a good from us.
Yeah.
So next up, we got Boston Pizza. Really good place. We go there quite a bit. So they changed their menu. They like halved it basically. They used to have all this stuff, but then they cut it down like they halved it. Because of that, I would put it in good. If they didn't have their menu, it would be in God tier for me. But they halved it, so good for me.
I like Boston Pizza. I've never had any problems with it other than them shrinking their menu, and I find their wings overrated, but their pizza's really good. I wish the pizzas were a little bit bigger, but that's about it. And Adam?
I large cheese pizza. Pretty renowned for it, actually.
He loves it.
I'm pretty good at eating it. For me, I would probably put it in God tier just because the pizza is really good to me. At least that's just my opinion. It's not as great for leftovers as some other places that we'll get to later in the video. I would honestly, I'd put it somewhere between God tier and good if there was an option. But for this, we're just gonna put it in good.
All right, our third pick is Burger King, and that is going in God tier. We collectively decided that. I really like Burger King. I find their burgers fantastic for a fast food place. You get what you pay for. They're big. They're chunky. And it's just their food is like I never really leave disappointed. I know some people have had bad experiences, but for me, it's been solid all the way through. I love a good Whopper.
Man, this place is slept on. Like every fast food tier I've seen is like, oh, it's like bad or it's neutral, right? I don't know what you guys are on. Like this place is just, they just produce bangers every single time. Like you get your good bang for your buck. The fries are crazy good. The fries are really good. Yeah. It serves cheesecake. What other fast food place has cheesecake, right? Like it's just, there's so many bangers in that place, right? I don't know why everyone hates it so much. Burger King, God tier. Easiest decision of my life. How about you?
Yeah, I would say it's probably God tier as well. The burgers are always really good, and so are the fries. I don't order too much variety. I'm sure you guys know. But, like, it is, like, really good food. I agree. All right, so next up we are talking about one of my favorite things, which is ice cream. So we're talking about Dairy Queen. Now, the thing with Dairy Queen is that the food there outside the ice cream isn't actually the greatest, but we've made a lot of memories there. You can continue more with that, Colin.
Yeah, no, like that used to be like our friend group's like spot to go, like I still remember me and like one of my friends, we used to get off work like crazy late and we just went through the drive-thru and just like, hung out and talked there while eating our blizzards, and like, the three of us and a few of our friends as well used to go out there for supper quite a bit. That was like the meetup place, right? So for that alone, we kind of got to put it good. The food itself, the ice cream, very, very good. Rest of the stuff is, it's more neutral. But this is not a conclusive list. We are biased. So we'll probably have to put a good for that reason. What do you think?
Yeah, out of the two of them, I was probably the harshest on it. I said it was neutral, while they said it was good. Pretty much like what Colin said, I find their burgers and stuff like that, meh. I find their ice cream good. I don't mind their chicken fingers, but I find their food pretty mediocre.
So, so next up is Denny's, which we're going to be putting, it's our first neutral one of the day. The reason for this is really great milkshake, really great fries. The steak I had was not very good. It was about half fat, and it was difficult to cut around the bone, and it was done a bit weird in different places, and there just wasn't any seasoning on it. So overall, it was the steak wasn't great. The milkshake and fries made up for it, though, which is the reason we're putting it in neutral, I think.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We just went there tonight, so this is really fresh in our minds. Fries are good, shakes are good. Like Adam said, the breakfast is deadly. Like, if we were to just judge it off their breakfast, we'd probably put it good, at least. Maybe even God tier. Yeah. But just the food tonight, like, I had a burger the same night that I had a steak. It just didn't hit, you know? Like, there was a weird taste to it. It was too, like, sloppy. I need some structure, right? There's no structure, right? None of it. So, that wasn't any good. But, you know, they're, like, normal dinner foods, not the best. But their breakfast, very, very good. So that kind of balances out a little bit, I think, I would say, Boz. Yeah. So I'd say neutral is a fair spot for it. What do you think, Eric?
I personally want to put Denny's in good because I love their Brooklyn spaghetti. I like their milkshakes. I love their fries. And I find portion-wise, you get what you pay for. And Denny's is very big. And the atmosphere is just, it's a nice atmosphere. But I understand they missed the mark on a lot of, they're very hit or miss.
They are, absolutely.
You get what you pay for, except when the steak is half fat.
Exactly. No, that was a sore spot tonight. So that may be affecting our rank a little bit. But I think Denny's neutral. Pretty fair spot, I would say.
All right, moving on.
All right, so next up we got KFC. A lot of people really like KFC. For us, it was a real struggle for me. I didn't know whether to put it in neutral or bad. But when it comes down to it, it's a little on the expensive side. Chicken's pretty greasy, it's a little bit salty. You've had some pretty bad experiences with waiting there. Can you tell us a bit about that? Or?
Every time I've been to KFC, I'm waiting
a long amount of time.
Yeah, a longer amount of time than I would have liked to wait to get my food. I ordered a big crunch once, and it took 50 minutes. And that's just one of like the many times I've waited. And I just find their food okay.
50 minutes for a place called fast food, that's no good, right?
Exactly.
So, as you know, like I do enjoy the KFC chicken a bit. But at the end of the day, we do got to put it in bad. That's our first bad, right? For that, isn't it? Yeah.
First that's bad. Probably gonna be a hot take. But
don't kill us, please.
So next up, we have the Outback Steakhouse. This is in God tier. I didn't comment on this one a whole lot because I've only had it once or twice now. Those experiences have been good experiences from what I could remember. But to explain why we put it in God tier, I'm going to leave it to the people who were more enthusiastic about putting it in that ranking.
So, best steak I ever had was at Outback Steakhouse. It was absolutely incredible. The fries there are really good. The sides are really good. They got really good chocolate cake. The atmosphere there is incredible. Nothing about it was bad at all. It was all just great. And that's why we put it in God tier.
Yeah, no, I got to agree with you there, Adam. By the steak, one of the best I've ever had. Not the best, but one of the best. Probably the best like chain restaurant steak I've ever had. Outback Steakhouse. Fries are good. The drinks are deadly, like the milkshakes and stuff. They're very, very good. The mashed potatoes. People sleep on that, but let's talk about that. The mashed potatoes are very good. Like they're the right amount of creamy, right? Like they have like the garlic toppings and all that. Like it's so good. And the bread there, the bread pie is deadly, right? Is awesome. So yeah, sorry. In conclusion, Outback, our second God tier. Second God tier.
Second God tier.
Yeah, second God tier of the night.
Yeah, stop sleeping on the mashed potatoes, guys.
All right, next up we got Quiznos. Trash tier. End of story.
Yeah, no, I gotta agree with you there, man. Quiznos is in every way a worse Subway, right? Like you walk into a Quiznos, right? and you just smell the place, and you immediately want to just leave, right? I'm not exaggerating. That's how I feel when I go into a Quiznos. Not that I ever do. Don't worry. But like I go in there, right? But to be fair, I've only been there maybe 3 or 4 times, so not a ton, but enough to know that it's bottom tier, garbage, worst of the worst. I'd rather eat out of their dumpster than I would go into the place, right? Like the times that I went up to try and get a sub, oh god, it looks so like the meat that I got on my sub was just the slimiest meat I've ever seen in my life, right? And I've seen a lot of meat, okay? Let me tell you. And then I put.
So wrong.
It's fine. We'll keep it going.
I'm not gonna.
But yeah, no. But after the sandwich artist slaps your meat on the bread. Okay. Eric's left us. Eric's left. Okay. After she puts the meat on the bread, you go over to the sauces, right? And it's the most disgusting sauce I've ever seen on anything in my life. Like the mayo is just the most watery stuff I've ever seen, and it's gross. I could go on for days. And the vegetables, don't get me started on the vegetables, right? The lettuce is soggy. It's about like I could wring it out, and I would have enough water to fill a bucket. Like it's so crazy. Oh my god. Anyways, I gotta stop here before I blow a gasket or something. So, what are your thoughts on Quiznos, Eric?
I mean, it's all right.
Nah,
I don't dislike it, but I don't like it either. For me, it'd be more towards neutral.
yeah, so it's a neutral for you, yeah.
No.
But
Garbage.
No.
I like their like weekly specials. Those are nice. On like Fridays, you get a meatball sub for like $5.
Meatball subs are overrated, by the way. Topic for another video, but overrated. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Okay, so next we have Starbucks. I don't love Starbucks, honestly. I find their hot chocolate too chocolatey to the point where I feel like I'm going to get diabetes from drinking it. Their like snacks are overrated. I was never one for their lattes. But like, I'd personally rank it in bad tier, but we were kind of split on where to rank it.
Yeah.
Bad as well?
I would probably put in bad too, but we're going to put in neutral just because this guy, he's
No,
a
I
15-year-old girl, can't you tell?
Oh, yeah. No, I think Starbucks, I don't think it's that bad. Like, you know, I don't normally have, like, their lattes and stuff when I go there, right? Because I'm not a big coffee drinker. But I think their hot chocolate's good. I think, I sometimes have their iced coffee. That's not bad. Their snacks, I think, are very good. That's the main thing I have when I'm there. Like, the brownies and stuff, they're deadly, I think. I think they're very good.
A few of the brownies are decent.
Yeah, now, not God tier. God, no. But I would put them in good. However, we are going to compromise here, and we're going to put it in neutral.
All right, so next up is a personal favorite of mine, as you guys may have seen from a couple of live streams. Domino's Pizza. We're putting this in good tier because myself and Colin think it's between good tier and God tier, and then Eric thinks it's neutral. So first off, the pizza really good. Out of the delivery pizzas, it's probably the best, but it's not the type of place you want to go to eat. I don't know if you can, actually.
I don't think you can. No, there's no like sit down.
Yet another reason you wouldn't go there to eat.
Yeah.
But like it's really good pizza. The garlic fingers are really good, especially with marinara sauce. Anyone who likes marinara sauce are dead to me. Anyways,
get a load of this guy.
Yeah, we're gonna get some hate now.
Colin, you go ahead.
No, I disagree with you.
Domino's is my favorite pizza place. I love it. It's, I mean, that's what Adam said, right? Like the pizza is it's just perfect, right? Like there's not too much cheese. There's not too much like pepperoni because I get cheese and pepperoni. Adam, I know you don't, but yeah, he just gets plain cheese. But like, it's a perfect it's perfect
sauce too.
Sauce is really good. It's just a perfect ratio of just everything on a slice of pizza. Like that's just what you want, right? And the garlic fingers are just banger. You know, they're so good. Now it's not hard to mess up garlic fingers, but Domino's just gets it right. The only reason I may consider not putting it in God tier and why it's in good tier for me are the prices. Prices are a bit expensive, especially the delivery price. That's crazy. So for that reason, just shy of God tier for me, I think. But I really thought about putting it there. But due to Eric's opinion of it being neutral, that's why it is where it is. So Eric, why do you think it's neutral?
I don't love Domino's. I think out of and like keep in mind, where we live in Canada, we don't have a lot of options for pizza delivery and fast food and whatnot. I don't love Domino's. I think for delivery pizza, it would probably be the one I go to, opposed to a few other of the franchises we have. But it's just not my favorite pizza place. Like I would much rather Pizza Hut or Pizza Delight or even I didn't even prefer Little Caesars, honestly. I know that's a hot take. No, I've had it.
We'll get to that later.
We'll get to
Little
it.
Caesars deep dish is good. I like
We'll
yeah,
save that for later.
We'll save that for
yeah.
later.
Yeah.
But I don't dislike Domino's either. I find their prices every now and then are a bit high, and I find them a little bit on the saltier side. But that's about it for me.
Yep.
Right on. So Domino's, good tier. So next up, we got McDonald's, Don's, Rotten Ronnie's, whatever you want to call it. This is a bit of a hot take. We're gonna put it in bad. A few reasons. For me personally, the reasons are there's only two good things there, in my opinion. There's milkshakes and there's the chicken nuggets. Those are the only two things that I like there that taste good to me. The only other good thing about McDonald's that I see is that their prices are very good. You know, you get a lot of food, good bang for your buck. But besides that, like their fries, they're not that good. I don't like their fries. They're only good to me when I have to coat them in ketchup, which is not good. Like, you shouldn't need a condiment to make your food product taste better. You know, like that shouldn't be necessary. And their burgers, I'm sorry, I legitimately think their burgers are garbage. I had my first Big Mac a couple years back, and I just couldn't finish it. Not because I was full, I just didn't like it at all. So for all those reasons and the fact that they robbed us of the Travis Scott burger, traumatic experience for us all, we're gonna have to put it in bed. What do you boys think?
I completely agree with you, except I like the wraps too. I think they're a good bang for your buck, and their strawberry and chocolate milkshakes are good.
Yeah, their milkshakes are pretty good, but outside of that, it's just not great. And plus, we can't put it any higher than bad if they robbed us of Travis Scott burgers. Like I'm still distraught over this.
Look what you've done, McDonald's. Look what you've done. Look at it.
All right, boys, we're at Five Guys Burgers and Fries. I personally like Five Guys a lot. I love the whole atmosphere. It feels like a classic, like 50s burger place. Their food is really good. I love the free peanuts. I love the bag fries. I've never been disappointed when I went there. I just find they make really quality food, really fast, and it's a really nice atmosphere. I'm probably, if I were to rank it, I'd put it in either like a mid zone between God tier and good. The only thing that's keeping me from putting it in God tier is it tends to be on the expensive side, so it's around good tier for me. And what do you guys have to think about it?
Yeah, myself and Colin have only had it once, and we went on a school trip to New York. You know, it's not the type of thing that we've had often because, frankly, we wouldn't be able to afford that. But it was really good food, honestly. Like it was pretty good. It just wasn't worth $20 for a burger and fries.
$20 for burger and fries anywhere. I don't care what it's made of. It's not worth it. Yeah, no, like the burger was good. It was definitely an above average fast food burger. But there's definitely better burgers on this list, I think. The fries, very good. They're some of the best fries on this list, I would say. But still, like they're not God tier, I don't think. Now the food is very good. Two things that hold it back. The main thing is the price. $20 for a burger and fries? Like, you gotta be kidding me. Absolutely not. And the other thing that's very minor is that I found when we went there, now granted we were in New York, but I found it kind of dirty. You know, like I just found the restaurant, the establishment, it was dirty. There wasn't people cleaning up, like that sort of thing. But if that was the only problem, it would probably be in God tier for me. But just the price alone, it just drags it down. It drags it down to good for me. Yeah.
All right, next up we got Pizza Delight. So the thing with Pizza Delight, we're putting it in, is it neutral? We put it in? Yes.
Yeah, neutral.
Yeah. So the thing with it is, it's pretty good pizza in my opinion. I would probably put it in good. But these guys have had more neutral experiences with it. It's got really good pizza. The pizza's surprisingly good on for leftovers. Unlike most pizzas where it gets it's like like it doesn't actually decrease in quality a lot when it's for leftovers. Their garlic fingers are pretty good. They've got really good. The best thing about it is probably the make it yourself garlic bread stations, which are free. Times I've gone there, I've had 8 slices of garlic bread, which it's
Whatever floats your boat, man. No, 100%. I gotta go. Like, I'll probably also say neutral. I haven't been there a whole lot. I've only been there once or twice. It was a long time ago. I remember it being, half decent. But nothing blew me away with the place. Even like the make your own bread thing, like just didn't. I don't know. Just didn't hit for me. How about you, Eric?
For me, it's perfectly average. They have some things I like the make your own garlic bread and the buffet and whatnot, but their food doesn't wow me. So it's like you get a lot of it, but it's just all right. So for that reason, it is a neutral.
All right, so next up, guys, we got Mary Brown's. If you don't know what Mary Brown's is, it's not as well known as some of the stuff on this list. It's more of like a Canadian type place. Like it's more locally Canadian. I don't think there's any in the U.S. But yeah, it's fairly similar to KFC, except better in my opinion. The chicken, I'd say the chicken is very even with KFC. However, I think Mary Brown's is just a little bit better, just because it's not as greasy. The fries, so Mary Brown's does taters, and they're actually best kind. Like, they're very, very good. KFC fries I'm not killed on, but the Mary Brown's taters, really good. That's all I've ever had there, honestly, are the chicken and their taters, which is the main thing that they're known for. So for that reason, good, solid food. Not quite S tier, or God tier, but definitely solid food. What do you think, Eric?
I love Mary Brown's. It's just a nice place to eat. Their chicken's phenomenal. Their taters are phenomenal. I've never really had a bad experience going there. I think the only, if I were to pick out one thing I didn't like, is that their spicy Big Mary's kind of gross. Like, I like spicy things, but even I was like, okay, this is just nasty. And their gravy's kind of gross, too. It's really like, it just doesn't taste natural. But yeah, I'd say Mary Brown's pretty good.
Montana's!
Yeah!
Man, this place, like, it's God tier. You can't beat it. I've never had a bad meal at Montana's, and I've tried out, I'd say the majority of their menu. Like, their burgers, they're phenomenal. I always, like, that's my go-to when I go there, have a burger. The burgers are just out of this world. For me, debatably the best burgers on this list, but that's up for debate. Fries, so good. Their steaks, is the only thing that, like, now they're good, but I would say the Outback Steakhouse's steaks are better. But the steaks aren't even bad. Like, they're not bad at all. And the all-you-can-eat ribs, like, it's just, oh, man, you can't beat it. And, like, the atmosphere of the place is just incredible, and I'll let these guys explain more about that. But, yeah, no, like, Montana's, God tier, easy. Love it. Guys, what do you think?
I love Montana's. To quote the big guy himself on one of our past videos, if you don't know what Montana's is, get a life. The atmosphere is phenomenal. You go in there and you feel like an alpha. You feel like a Chad. That's the thing. Montana's is the steakhouse for Chads. Their food is great. Their food is like they'll get a grilled cheese sandwich, a burger, and then a grilled cheese sandwich and put it all together. And it's just like, and they still manage to pull it out. Their food's phenomenal. Their service is phenomenal. Am I saying here?
But yeah, so
I love Montana's.
great food. Great service, great atmosphere, great memories. You've had a lot of really good memories. You can even go back and watch a couple videos on the main channel and see us eating at Montana's. It's a spot that we go to pretty often. It's just absolutely incredible. Love it.
It's awesome. Montana's, God tier. Probably the easiest one on this list to put God tier.
Alright, next we got Wendy's. I really like Wendy's, but due to some conflicting opinions, we are putting it in neutral. I like their mayonnaise, I like their burgers, I like their fries. They're just a nice, solid place. I'd probably put them in good to neutral. I don't love it like other burger places, but they're alright. What do you guys have to think?
Yeah, I'd probably put it in neutral. It's decent burgers, decent fries. Frosties are, they're okay. They're a bit overrated. It's not a Blizzard. But it's ice cream, I guess. It's okay. I'd say neutral.
Yeah. Well, for me, I would put Wendy's in bad. I thought about putting it in trash, but I don't think it deserves that bad. Like, it's no Quiznos. But for Wendy's, for me, I go there and I get a burger and I can taste I can taste there's just like a frozen patty that they just pulled out of the freezer, threw it on the grill for 10 minutes, and that was it. It just feels it just tastes processed. You know what I'm saying? And the fries, I feel the same way about. Like they're nothing, they're nothing special. I will say they are slightly better than McDonald's fries, but not by much. They're just like, so I think Wendy's, I think forgettable and processed. Nothing there, screams at me, like most fast food places have their thing, they have like that one thing, like for example, Dairy Queen has like their ice cream, you know what I mean? And like, things like that. But Wendy's
has their heart attacks.
Yeah, but like Wendy's just doesn't have anything.
The Baconator.
Yeah, it's not even that good, boss. Like I've tried it. Baconator's not that good, and I love bacon. I love bacon, but it's just not that good. So I would have to put Wendy's in bad, but majority rules, we're gonna throw it in neutral. That's fair enough with me. You'd never see me there. But yeah, no, Wendy's in neutral for this round.
All right, so next up we got Little Caesars. Now, Little Caesars is going in bad because it's just not great pizza. It's really powdery. It's never the right temperature first when you get it. It's just not that great. The thing that brings us up from trash, I think, is the price because it's like $6 for cheese pizza, which I mean, that's pretty good. But it just overall not great food. There are some cool things about Little Caesars as a restaurant, but overall it's not the greatest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, like I gotta say, I definitely agree with Adam. Like Little Caesars to me, I just find it so soggy. If I had to sum it up in one word, it'd be that. Like as soon as you get the pizza, it's a bit soggy, but then for leftovers, it's Sog City. It's it's horrible.
Don't even bother.
Right? Yeah, no, you might as well just throw it out. You know what I mean? And just like all of their like side dishes as well, I just don't like. Like I've had their wings, they're bad. Like their garlic finger. Like how do you mess up garlic fingers? It's not hard, but they found a way. And I don't know. I'm not into it. The reason, like Adam said, the reason it's not in trash is because of the price. Honestly, great prices. And the whole concept of like the hot and ready thing, that's cool. So
that's the drive-through pick it up thing. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's very innovative. Good for you, Little Caesars, but it's got to go in bad. Bad for me. Eric, I know you like it a little more than us. What do you have to say about that?
I'm a little bit more accepting to it. I love the deep dish pizza. I love their cinnamon bites. Their prices are phenomenal. I just don't I don't go crazy for it. I just tolerate it. I like it. But
yeah,
it's bad.
Majority
it's going bad.
Little Caesars in bad.
It's all right. Let's talk about Tim Hortons, eh? All right. So as Canadians, we love Tim Hortons. I love their hot chocolate more than Starbucks. Their Timbits, their donuts, all great. Their wraps, their sandwiches, fantastic. I love their farmer's wrap. Their farmer's wrap is so good. I love having that for breakfast. I have a lot of good memories of going there, like going on a ski trip with my friends. And then every morning we'd wake up, we'd grab a hot chocolate, we'd grab an orange juice, we'd grab a farmer's wrap. Also, sausage is better than bacon when it comes to farmer's wrap. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah, it's a great place. Really cheap prices. Like for like $2, you can get like a large hot chocolate that's like that big. So yeah, I love Tim Hortons, and you got to represent Canada.
No, absolutely. I definitely agree with you there. For me, I was thinking about putting it in good, but after I've really considered it, like it's just it is God tier. Just the food there is great, like the snacks, like the Timbits and the donuts. It's like they're priced very well, and their muffins too. Not enough people talk about their muffins. Their muffins are very good, very well priced. It's a big friggin' muffin, man. Like it's a big muffin, and they just taste really good. They hit where they need to hit, and just the whole like Canadian thing, like y'all probably clicked on this video and think, oh, they're Canadian, they're gonna put Tibbs and God tier. Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
no, like
what are you gonna do about it?
It deserves it. It 100% deserves it. Prices are good, food is better. And it's just a staple. Like you can't beat it. What do you think, Ed?
Yeah, no, like it's great. It's got something for every time of day. It's got breakfast. It's got stuff for lunch. It's getting late in the day. You might need a coffee to keep yourself awake. Got easily super well priced coffees, type like that. And it's gonna sound super Canadian, but like it's like growing up, it was the type of thing you get right before you went to hockey practice, type of thing. It is like I'm not lying there.
Treasure.
It is. No, it's we may be a bit biased, but
it's absolutely. It's just great.
It is. Yeah. Great food. Just you can't beat it. Tim's. God tier. All right. So we got A&W. I'm not even sure if A&W is in America. I don't think it is. But this is going God tier. If you've never been to A&W, you are missing out. Like it is a little on the more expensive side, but it's not to the point where you'll be. It's not too bad. and just it's quality food. Like they make all their burgers in house. They make all their their rings. Like they make the rings in house. They peel the onions themselves. They deep fry themselves. It's not some like frozen crap, you know. It's just good quality food. And their root beer, like I'm drinking it right now. Like their A&W root beer, it is out of this world. It's so good. And so A&W may be my favorite restaurant on this list, but it's because of the food for some part, but another part is just for the culture that's been built up around it. Where we are, our A&W, back before COVID was a thing, every Tuesdays and Thursday nights, there used to be classic car shows there. And me and my dad would always go down and check out the old cars because we're both very into cars and things like that. So just all those memories for me and just like that atmosphere that it has around it, like it's got to go God tier for me and probably my favorite restaurant on this list. What do you guys think?
I like A&W a lot. Pretty, like, you said it as I couldn't agree with you more, except I like their spicy habanero sandwiches a lot. Their burgers, their onion rings, I can't talk about enough, and I love their root beer. I'm not even a big soda drinker, but I love their root beer.
Yeah, I agree. A&W is just really good. I don't know if it's my favorite thing on this list, but it's definitely in God tier. Like, their fries are absolutely incredible. The burgers are really good. Just everything about it, there's nothing really wrong with it. The atmosphere in there's great. It's God tier. Simple as that.
All right, thank you guys for watching our fast food and restaurant rankings. Yes, we didn't include all of them. We don't have Arby's. We don't have White Castle. We don't have Harvey's. Well, that's because some of these locations...
Harvey's. We forgot Harvey's.
We forgot Harvey's.
It's been too late to add it now.
It's fine.
So some of them we don't have near us because we live in a very small town. Other ones we just haven't been to enough frequently. So there's very limited options, but we just went with the ones that we go to most often. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed and subscribe to the channel if you want more videos.
All right, yeah, no, thanks.
I'll cut it.
Leave it. We're done.
Leave it?
Oh, well, yeah. Anyways, check out some of our other videos. We got one where we got the Travis Scott burger. Check that video out. And, we got some other stuff there too. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time.
Bye, guys.
I'm going to put this video down before it reaches an hour.